All right, welcome to the first edition of Average Intelligence, probably the only edition, featuring...
This is Junior. I am associated with the on brand Stub Talk. Shout out to Stub Talk on YouTube Source, and TikTok.
Alright. Oh, you muted it. Welcome. This is Wheat Whacker from the podcast Blunders, and new episodes monthly, including Spotify exclusives.
All right, I'm Victor. I am your host, and we have a co-host,
Mr. Toast. I'm hitting you guys with the radio weather every single day. Now we're going to hit you with the
great questions alive. What I'm saying is, how do y'all think AI is evolving lately? What is your guys' opinion on that?
Hold on, let me click that.
Okay. All right, well, for me, I feel like AI has advanced very significantly from what we first thought that it could be, considering how many things like ChatGPT, just Snapchat AI, which personally, I never thought Snapchat would do that. That's me personally, though. I don't think that they would have something like that.
Well, I mean, there was that one, you remember back in, I don't remember what year it was, but they released like a Will Smith eating pasta thing by AI, and that thing looked horrid. And now they released a new AI that has photorealistic looking actual videos that you can look at, and they're pretty convincing. And that came out this year, I believe, at AI.
I think that was a little weird because like no one can tell if that's actually real or not except for the person that it features.
Yeah.
It's really just like, it's scary because like people can use these AI to like make fake video scenarios of like you committing a crime and use it against you. Like there needs to be some sort of regulation against it.
That's the main concern.
I've never really thought of that, but I mean, honestly, I've seen like videos of just like, well, I haven't seen videos, but I've heard of people just, using AI for videos, and I've seen people just like making memes of people using AI for videos, how it's like just not fake and it doesn't even look real. And to be honest, it's like it's really evolving. So, like, when will we know that a movie's not, made out of just like ChatGPT? Like the Madam Web movie, you know how like it's garbage and terrible. I really not know that was made by AI.
Well, we got straight with it.
It's not
AI would have written that script. I'm not gonna
terrible movie. Don't worry, Megan.
Yeah, back with the whole thing about like people using AI to make videos and all that. I do know that someone called out one of these YouTubers, Quebecon. He's a whole another scenario, but like there's purposeful AI making in it. Like you can tell it was made by an AI. The face cam, like the script and everything is so, and it's gonna get to a point to where like you won't be able to tell it's an AI. Like right now, if I pull up one of his videos, I probably won't, but like if I do, like you could tell that it's made from an AI whenever between like the actual person and then him and the AI, because it just doesn't look hyper real. It doesn't look realistic. It looks like it looks like you animated it. It's like animated.
It's unnatural movement, is that what you're trying to say?
It's like unnatural. Like it's only like his head up, but like the expressions are like unnatural. Like a human face
they're not
could
possible.
Make them. Yeah. And then there's all these song recordings about like
the covers.
Yeah, the
by,
covers of everybody, like Patrick Star singing something like Keisha Cole or something like that, dude. Yeah, there's all that.
I would like to say a game called Power World. Have you guys heard of Power World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but
they are being accused of using ChatGPT to make their game and just putting a AI to make all their small little characters. Like they're basically Pokemon, but they're just like an AI was made, and they're being investigated by that, and they're getting sued by Pokemon to just like see if they're just basically copywriting them.
It really goes to like how you said with the music covers. It's like people are gonna start coming out with these. Say there's people coming out with new Michael Jackson songs, or like artists that are already gone. Me personally, I feel like that just kind of like spits on their reputation, like what they lived for, like because all this new stuff that's going to be coming out from these people that are already gone, it's like unoriginal.
Yeah, it contradicts what they build up. They built up.
And it kind of goes up against like what you said with the games too. It's like it's gonna diminish any creativity because all of it's just gonna be from AI.
And they're making money off of the game too.
You stand on the mic.
What?
Yeah, you passed the mic.
They're making money off the game.
Anyways, yeah.
All right. You guys want to head into our next question?
All right.
All right. Would you think something like that, like, you know, AI taking over, could happen in our lifetime?
Like in our generation?
Yeah, like say in each of our lives, do you think that something like an AI taking over the world or like becoming sentient and like making its own like race of people, do you think that could happen in our lifetime? Because think about it, it's rapidly
it's evolving fast.
and then there's already AIs that have gained sentience and they've had to shut it off. Because I forgot what it was, but like I think the government ran where it would be two AIs that would just go back and forth between each other.
Twitter account. It was Twitter accounts.
Was it a Twitter account?
Yeah, there was
that.
two Twitter accounts that were communicating.
Yeah, they were just communicating back and forth.
Yep.
But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Who wants to go first?
Well, okay, bye. I'll go first. Okay. All right. So yeah, I definitely think it's possible within our lifetime. Maybe not like when we're like middle aged, probably when we're like elderly. So I think we'll see the start of it take off, but never see what comes of it. So we'll never know if they pull the plug or they pull our plug. Pause.
Whoa. What plug?
Electrical outlet. Pause.
This is why it's average intelligence.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, then rethink. Aiden, you take the handle.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I think of it is that like it's kind of weird to think because AI will randomly have these like jumps in like how advanced it's getting, because like how we go from the atrocity of the Will Smith spaghetti video to what atrocious. It is now. I have no idea how fast it could develop to like gain actual sentience and take stuff over.
My water. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
And that's kind of the scary thing about it is like that uncertainty of like how fast people are going to develop these or how fast these AIs could develop themselves. What do you think, Junior?
Breathe.
Let the AI run. That microchip.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
He's got the Neuralink implant.
What?
Anyways.
I give up.
Juniors. Other than juniors, absolute panic attack.
Meltdown. Wheat.
Brought something up. Like, I didn't do research into this because I didn't think we were going to talk about it. But what do you guys think of Neuralink that Elon's trying to do? I heard that they put it in the first
brain implant. Yeah, they already
planted it in their first person.
Yeah, first
and then
human.
Neuralink's just like an AI type of thing, kind of just in your back of your head and all that. Let's let Junior talk before he forgets.
Yeah. I've seen that his Neuralink is like less advanced as other ones because people have like put things on like paralyzed people to let them just their brain waves go through the computer, and it's advanced and like they can think of typing something and it'll type faster than people can actually type with their fingers. And I've just seen that and how it's like more advanced in Elon's Neuralink, but it's still crazy that we can just use technology to do stuff without even moving.
And just think about it and it happens.
See, the way that I see it is that like I personally wouldn't trust it on myself because like there's the possibility of like a data compromise or say
data breach.
A hacker getting into your mind. Who knows what they could do with that Neuralink? They could like completely shut your body down. They can make you do things that you don't want to. I have no idea how that Neuralink works. Because and especially because it's so new, it's so like maldeveloped. I think is the word. It's like so little underdeveloped. I feel like it needs to get way more advanced to the point to where I would even consider using it on myself.
Yeah. To be honest, if I can like do stuff without even doing stuff, I would be pretty dope. But you know, I would not. You know, just like if someone just thinks of me getting, I just gave.
Okay.
All right.
Wheat.
Real quick question. What do you think about it?
Okay, well, I'm thinking about, like, you guys were talking about, I know that was a wild statement you just had, but Neuralink, right? Neuralink, how I envision it is how the Apple Vision Pro looks like right now. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine if that implant had that interface with your eyes and it made you, like, see certain, like, you could have Google Maps open on your eyeballs and you could, like, see the route.
That's crazy. Just take out your eyeballs, relink them with your veins, and you're just like.
Yeah, like you can see those holograms, whatever.
And there's actually research. I've seen documents of like people making artificially intelligent contact lenses to where it can show you certain things like exercise, your heart rate, stuff like that, all through just your eyes, and it's like pretty much just your standard augmented reality, as good if not better than the Apple Vision Pro, which I think was really cool.
Yep.
Because such a little device can do all that.
Paper thin too.
Yeah.
We're gonna be moving on to the next question, and what is your opinion on certain involving AIs that can do things, say ChatGPT, DALL-E, Sora, video editing, animations, and all that? So like, what's your opinion?
Image generation,
like,
video generation,
chat, like all story generation and all that.
Story
so
generation, kind of like.
What is your current opinion on stuff like, you know, ChatGPT? You know how it's like writing like paragraphs for students and all that. What is your opinion on stuff like that currently, Junior?
I think it's dope. I mean, not being able to do my work and just telling ChatGPT to do for me. I'm not complaining. But, if someone, cheats through, like, say, a surgeon school, and they use ChatGPT to do their stuff, and I'm just like, help me! Like, and then, it's like, I'm dying on the sidewalk. And someone with, like, a full PhD just through ChatGPT, they see me dying, and they don't know what to do. Like, they
ChatGPT, what do I do? Let me type it real quick.
Where is it?
Which artery? What is it? What are you talking about?
Put pressure on the cardiovascular vein.
Right there.
We'll get back to you in 2 to 3 business days. Anyways.
And it's kind of like things like the image generation, say that stuff can go out of control too. Cause I remember people were talking about it everywhere. Is that Snapchat AI, right? It would randomly post on their story, or it would randomly use pictures that you've sent or that you have in your camera roll, and like use those to like, hey, you live here, or hey, you can go here, or like give suggestions based on like what's in your phone. Yeah. That's what scares me with these AIs, because like data breaches, that's a really, really big concern.
Since everything is going digital now, like your wallet, all your information, it's literally all there on the internet. So we can't be like too confident that it's secure and safe on just our knowledge and the government knowing it. And other people knowing your information can just like make you not be you and other people be you.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah, impersonation. Impersonation's a big issue.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Okay. We're gonna let Junior think for a bit.
Yeah, let him process.
While that's happening,
yeah.
What do you think about this?
More optimistic look. You mentioned video editing, and since I'm a video editor, I've heard about AIs that are able to just cut up your footage and just make it more efficient, the whole editing process, really quick and easy.
I think Victor has his Junior has his train of thought again.
Yeah.
That's your train of thought. Back, like way back, maybe like 2 minutes ago. I was gonna say that I don't really use Snapchat AI, and it doesn't really give me anything. The only thing I used it was during like first semester of honors English. I mean, paying out of cheaters.
Okay, don't openly admit that.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
That didn't happen, guys. That was all AI. That was all digitally made.
Yeah.
This.
He's actually ChatGPT. It's
I'm actually a ChatGPT real.
it's a whole digital model.
Yeah, definitely. That's why you have a whole backstory on where you're from, Stubbs talking, everything.
This is why he keeps lagging every 5 seconds. Like my computer's not fast enough to run him.
Yeah.
It's underdeveloped.
It is underdeveloped and it uses a lot of info. Exactly. Hold on, let me just do something.
All right. Next topic. Do you think self-driving cars are possible in our lifetime, and would you trust the self-driving car to take your place? So would you rather take death from human accidents or death from AI-driven
Like a
accidents?
True, bro. I'm probably gonna kill myself. On
Okay,
Okay.
PG. Anyways.
Well, you see, it's really just like those self-driving cars already exist.
Yeah.
You see them on the road. There's people driving. They use them through Uber.
Yeah, Uber already has a whole self-driving.
Yeah. It's just like a random malfunction could be it. Like if there's like a car that the AI can't recognize, it could take that as like say a semi and misread the situation and hit something, go haywire, freak out, brake, hurt the person inside the car.
Okay. It was about
Like
self-driving cars.
say for a little kid, like their ball just like flies across the highway, and then it was like, oh, I want my ball, and a Tesla like rams into them and they die. Like, what do you do?
Well,
Is it really your fault? Are you gonna be charged of manslaughter?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, who's gonna get charged?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah. Or what is the Tesla's code against that? Who does it take into account? Like, does it take the driver into account? And if they can't, they'll just go through, or will it take the little one into account and crash if by all means saving the child?
Well, I mean, honestly, it might recognize the child as just like an object, like a branch or something. So it might even just hit it just because it thinks it's something else.
Yeah.
It could ram into it, so it should ram into it, so it would ram into it.
Yeah, it's like if it's not a problem, it's just gonna go straight over a mini speed bump, if you will. Anyways,
Like say if there's a baby on the highway, just like crawling.
a toddler,
No, just like
straight up baby, newborn.
Straight up newborn. Like what does the Tesla see? Does it see a stick or an actual?
Probably like a small animal, maybe like a raccoon. Yeah.
That's the thing. With this, it's like I don't know, like who would be accountable again? Like say somebody gets, say a driver.
Okay, yeah.
He's in a self-driving car and it hits a person, a child, something. You know, would the person be accountable or would the company that made the car be accountable? That's the thing that I'm thinking of right now because like it would be technically the person's fault for letting it happen, but it would also be the company's fault for having some type of glitch or something gone wrong.
Is false advertisement.
Exactly. So like that's what I'm thinking. So for me, I would rather have actual person driving. That way I could feel more consciously safe unless people are just stupid, which there are a lot of people are the highway and all of that. Yep. Junior.
Almost.
I definitely know how to drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Would you rather prefer an AI driving your car, or would you prefer you driving your car?
It really depends because it goes back to the Tesla, right? How it may not consider like a child on the road.
Yeah.
It might consider them as something else and go through it. But I also think that there's countermeasures against that. Is what I read is that you have to have your hand. You still have to have your hand on the wheel.
Yeah, it's required
for the autopilot. So I feel like the driver would still be at fault even if it was the autopilot because you'd be able to take over and do my own.
Yeah, you should notice by then. Because right now it's not being considered as a full-on replacement. It's just considered as like a tool you're supposed to use. You're not supposed to let it fully. That's the big problem with AI. Is people think it can fully replace something, but in truth it's supposed to be used as a tool which you're supposed to use, and then take the output. What was that?
That's my phone.
Oh, Okay. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that AI was intended to be a tool
I ain't reading
and
all
is
that.
not being used as such.
Okay, so keeping on the fact of Teslas, what do you guys think of the Cybertruck having it's like the steering wheel has no
Oh,
physical
yeah.
It's an electrical
connection.
motor. It's like it's all
See, because
electric.
the Cybertruck, the wheel is not connected to, or the steering wheel is not connected to the wheels. So it goes through how it calibrates how however you turn your steering wheel, the wheels turn. And I don't even know if that works. I mean, there are Cybertrucks driving, but like if something really messes up right there during the steering wheel, you can't control the car and it's just gonna ram straight into something. Like, have you seen crashes? The crash with the Cybertruck being like barely even dented. And
The crash test?
Yeah. It's like a can.
Yeah.
Like, back to the babies. Like if I can't turn away and from like swerve out of the way of a child being on the road, like that baby is getting crushed, right? It's most likely done.
into a paste. Okay. Anyways, so as that steering wheel whole solution there, where it's not connected to the wheels at all, if some electrical like malfunction happens, no control over the wheel at all whatsoever. So if the car's just going in one direction, it's gonna stay going that direction since it's not physically attached to the wheels.
Yeah, exactly. And me personally, if I would be in a Cybertruck, which would never be in anything that Elon makes, no offense, I would not trust in like basically another AI to control like from inputs that I make, because it's just one, it could be really slow at actually doing the inputs. So who knows what could happen. And then say, like you said, there is a glitch and you lose control of the actual car or Cybertruck, and you can't actually physically move the steering wheel to save yourself because everything's already out of sorts. It's not reliable enough to have it take over driving, especially in many parts of the places. Would you like to say something, Junior?
Oh no, I was gonna say it's better for you to stay in control than just let. I would rather be in control of something than letting it be in control of me. Pause.
All right. Anything else you guys want to say?
Well, I mean, what about AI use in medicine, like detecting certain diseases or doing an operation using AI?
I guess I would, for me personally, if I was a surgeon, which I'm not, I would rather have the AI be there to detect anything that myself, with my own human eyes, cannot see or perceive in the time being that I'm like searching a patient, say there's cancer cells in something that I cannot see. Then I would like an AI to be there and double scan, even though I would double check already.
Yep. Kowalski analysis.
Hey, do you have anything to comment on what
Wheat whacker.
Well, it's really just how heart monitors and tests like that already exist. There could be an AI that does all of it previous to the surgeon even like doing any sort of operation, to where like a doctor could get called in and the AI could give a debrief immediately versus all these tests that could take hours, risking the patient's life.
Okay.
Are you doing okay?
Sorry, no, I was checking if I had the pulse. I couldn't feel.
His AI is malfunctioning. We'll address that. We'll address that in the new update. He's becoming self-aware. Oh no.
Sentience can happen in AI. Like Turing tests, it's already been passed by AI before, from what I've read.
They can mimic emotion.
Yeah.
It might actually be emotion, but we don't really know.
They can't. I feel like they can mimic emotions, but can't understand emotions.
So yeah.
It's like a child.
It's like a newborn.
It's like okay.
Yeah, that's basically
it's like
how they are.
kid or it's like a teenager going through like puberty. They don't know exactly what they're talking about. They don't know their true emotions yet.
Okay.
Like, or just like any child, like anybody at a young age can. Especially now, there are a lot of things that people are getting worked up over nothing, Junior. There are just so many things that people can get worked up, and I feel like AI is like the perfect example of that, especially if they gain sentience, which they're just like a baby just in a man's body or something like that, or an AI body.
I don't know about that statement.
Be quiet.
I mean, technically, there's like millions of.
My mic is still going.
All right, next question.
Wait. Okay. So, a perfect example of what we were just talking about mimicking emotions, adapting to certain human conversations, is the Human versus AI. It's a website that you can go to. I think it's still up too. Is where you can it'll pick between an AI and a human for you to talk to. And then you'll have to guess who you just talked to. Sometimes it can be really tough, and a lot of people get it wrong from people who make videos on it. Mm-hmm. And it kind of just proves the whole, like, AI can mimic these things, and they can trick us into thinking, like, that they're not AI.
Yeah.
What is real?
Dude, at this point, I don't know if they're real.
All right. Junior is having an existential crisis. But we're going to go on to the next question. All right. AI has done certain things to revolutionize the way things are made and even eaten. For example, there are three.
Average result in podcast, everyone. Like and subscribe, hit that bell.
All right. There are 3D printers that can replace beef. Okay. I'm restarting the question. Yeah.
Cut this out.
Alright,
No,
you good?
we're keeping this in. We're keeping as much as we can.
Yeah, this is how you know we're real people and we're not just AIs in simulation just sitting here.
All right.
Not this time.
So yeah.
We're debating. We're on the fence about him. We can't tell if he's human or not.
All right. Next question. All right.
Okay.
AI has done certain things to revolutionize.
Get it out of your system.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Lock in.
Alright. AI has done certain things.
Okay.
AI has done certain things.
Alright. You read it.
Okay. Which one? Okay.
The AI has done certain things.
AI has done certain things to revolutionize the way things are made and even eaten. For example, there are 3D printers that can make and replicate beef, taste and all. What is your opinion on this, and would you ever eat it?
I'm poor. I like free food.
I guess that's a good selling point. If the AI was able to make food that's like, I don't know, cents for a pound or something, I'd consider it. I'd eat that mysterious meat. No. Okay, hear me out. So that also falls in line with the cell-grown meat argument. Like, would you eat something that's made out of just cells from a cow, but you're not really sure? It's like all lab-grown. Would you eat that?
If it's free.
If it's free. So it's the price that you're really
cost
considering.
expectancy, like whatever. Yeah, just like honestly, if I could afford and it's it's cheap, it's going inside my system, then
Protein is protein.
Protein is protein.
Yep.
Okay, see, but the efficiency, it is really better. It's just I don't know if I trust the whole process of it. I saw it was like a YouTube video about it, right? There's the whole process of how it's done. You take blood from the cow and then it undergoes a procedure to where it extracts like the stem cells from the cow. Then science, yada yada yada, the 3D printer, magic, science and technology.
Go to the STEM field, guys.
Duplicate these stem cells, which then can go into this 3D printer to then be printed out into realistic looking tasting meat. It comes out as a really weird It comes out as like a really weird clay pasty type, and it looks inedible at first. But then it goes through a curing process, and compared to an actual slab of real beef, the difference is indistinguishable, which I think it's amazing. But what were you gonna say, Junior?
Chemicals. Like it's not healthy because it's not sustainable for your body. Like your body is not used to chemicals. Like the chemicals that they made, like sure we can eat it, but is it really healthy for us?
Yeah.
There's a lot of unknowns about that whole area.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are
I'll become a human subject.
there are a lot of things with like processed meat and everything that are already not good. But if it's made by an AI and it's like 3D printed, I would not feel healthy eating it and would just like rather go down to a store. But that's the problem though, because we won't be able to tell with time what foods are processed in like say an actual plant or like an AI made these. So that's another problem with it. And it's just I would not feel comfortable knowing that there could be something like 1% lead in my like ham that I buy from like a supermarket or like or like some
It has
some
lead.
other chemicals that could potentially be inside of food that I eat that I'm willingly putting into my body and is like just processing and liking to eat.
What if that's cancer?
Okay.
What if it's just holding cancer?
What if it's holding
Like,
what if an AI could generate cancer cells?
But
AI can actually generate cells like I don't remember a specific name, but I remember seeing a TikTok where AI can generate cells. It's in the form of like a pill, right?
okay.
It's in the form of a pill.
Okay.
Hold
okay.
up. What did they say? He said, "Yo, you want to hop on Fort? Not right now, little bro. I'm busy."
I have an interesting question to pose. So, what are your guys' thoughts on AI in the music industry since you all play some sort of instrument? You think it could replace you?
Oh, for sure. Because you think of how well you got Eric Cartman singing Skyfall.
Exactly. Like.
It's just. Do you know how easy it would be to replicate a saxophone? Because you've got all these like J.W. Pepper and Barnhouse.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the songs that they have on there are pre-recorded, AI-generated bands that like it's really just it's already happening.
Well, one thing about those, since they're like electronically made, you can't really get that like specific style in those notes. If you know what I'm saying, like if there's like a stylistic thing, you can only do that with a real instrument.
It sounds so good.
It's
You couldn't replicate it.
Well, when you hear the digital ones that are like fully electric, no actual band played it, sometimes they sound a little flat. They sound like they're missing character because they don't have the real instruments and the real sound, the real like airflow kind of thing.
That AI could easily generate.
I feel like AI maybe, but a lot of that comes from how the person themselves plays. So if it was going off of one person, maybe it could replicate it. If it's going off of like 10 different saxophone players, I think it'll struggle making a consistent sound.
Yeah, that's the thing with like having it an entire like concert per se, like replicated by an AI. There's too many individual things and like little micro like adjustments that we do as musicians that that AI might not be able to handle at this current stage. But in the future, I could say give it like another 10 years and AI could realistically do a pretty good concert or like concept of a musical like song. So like, for example, in jazz too that we're doing, our teacher has said to like put like swaz on it and or like, you know, be funky with it. Schmooze, yep. And basically, it's just like, you know, add your own little flair to what you're playing. And an AI could not generate that as well as, say, we could. Because even someone as unexperienced as, say, like someone that just started, like a beginner, they already have their own musical sense and can put their own musical taste on what they are playing. So I don't think an AI can truly replicate what someone was getting an idea of or trying to do. Would you like to say anything
No,
else?
I mean,
Anybody else want to say anything?
I feel like you summed it up. You summed it up really well.
Yeah, put a nice
That was
little
a
bow
very
on it.
that was a very nice little
Explanation.
segment.
All right. Hollywood movies like Terminator give us examples of how AI can turn on us and take over. Does that seem a bit realistic, or do you think that AI could advance fast enough for something like that to happen in the future? So like things like Terminator or like I forgot what it's called. I don't remember the movie name.
Human.
That's
a game, but yeah, it's
but
also.
that could work. And then that
Is
I
it the
can't
one Will
remember.
Smith?
Yeah,
movie?
the one that
like
Will Smith.
I Am Robot. I think.
Yeah, I Am Robot. I could not remember what it was. But what do you think of that? Like, do you think that could happen in the future? And like, how far ahead in the future do you think it would take for it to actually like occur?
Shoot, probably a long time. I know it's progressing fast, like super fast, but it's not. I don't think it's at that level, and I don't think it's gonna take. Probably gonna take a lot of while for it to become that level of it being mass produced with a mass highly intelligence than like us humans. And also Terminator. Can we even achieve time travel? Like honestly.
No one's gone back to the past, so.
Yeah. Is it really like natural?
Well, I guess there's two forms of time travel. There's one where you can travel back to the past, and there's ones where you can travel forward.
Yeah, it's like perception of time.
Yeah, so they think traveling forward is possible, but not traveling back.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother topic. I'm not a physicist or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right, but yeah, for me, I feel like things like Terminator, exactly. Having an AI have a physical body in our world is something that I feel like will not happen for at least, give it maybe 100. No, not 100. I feel like maybe 50 years could.
No, I think it'd be beyond our lifetime, is my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be beyond each and every one of our.
Yeah,
lives.
we'll be dead by the time they figure it out. So.
And even then, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Even then, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a very difficult process of getting the AI into like actual body, kind of like Avengers, how Iron Man got Jarvis into Vision. So it's like a whole nother shebang on how getting it into it. Bebop shebang?
Do you guys think that if at all humans were to go extinct, would you think AI would be advanced enough to rebuild and create their own?
Would it even exist?
I feel like it would be. I feel like it could like. It can make us a civilization. Yes. I don't want to say words.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be able to make one, but like, what's the point? Like, if they're forever lasting,
Yeah, they wouldn't need us.
What are they doing? Like, what's the point? There's literally no point of it being.
It would be redundant.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I'd say in order for that to happen, they'd have to figure out how to keep a stable supply of electricity, since that's what they run off of. If they don't have electricity and we die out and we're the ones making it, they're not going to last any longer than us.
Yeah, that's the thing with that. Say we do go extinct or like something happens to us. What's keeping the AIs up and running? Because there's not going to be any energy. There's not going to be anything for them to feed off of unless somehow they can, I don't know, get animals to do it for them. But they could, realistically, if something like world-ending thing would happen, nothing like AI or like us would survive because we're keeping the AIs up. We're the ones that are running it. If, say, the person running Chat GPT or like the whole people or whatever, I don't pay attention to it, like say they end up dying off, then it would have to be taken over by, say, another company or another person. Otherwise, the AI would just not exist anymore. So I don't think that AIs would take over if humans went extinct, but if there was somehow a good, steady way for them to still get energy, they very well could.
That leads into my next question. Say the world goes completely no carbon footprint type thing, like solar power, stuff like that. Do you think that could have an influence on any evolving AI or how they would react, say something like that happened? Or do you think the world would ever go fully electric with either AI or before we go extinct?
right now we have a whole bunch of this stuff powering other stuff that is just producing a lot of chems. I feel like we could probably figure out a way how to, reduce our carbon, and we might be able to eliminate it, but during our time, I feel like there's a lot of stubborn people that have been built on this space that it's, we do need the, like fuel. We do need fuel to live, because it powers our stuff. But I feel like we could find, I don't know when, I don't know how, but we can find another alternative. If we found out that fuel helps us, we can find another alternative that is less harmful that could, help us produce, not bad,
So now if we did go fully green and like have nothing but like solar energy and all that, and just like purely electric, then I feel like AIs could benefit, but they would also like not as well benefit from it. It's like a yin and yang. So they'll benefit by having obviously more ways of getting electricity and like probably more energy in general, instead of like having limited amount of fossil fuels or anything like that, because eventually those fossil fuels, they're going to run out. But the things that we're already using, like wind powered energy, solar energy, those won't run out as long as there's still wind, the sun, and all of that. So I feel like AIs would gain from having the planet go green by having eternity to have more energy. But if we didn't, then it would just eventually die out from lack of resources. What do you think about that?
Well, as of right now, to run these AI programs, they have to have like a whole. Anyways, so they need a whole building to run an AI program, and that already uses a ton of energy and has currently a really big carbon footprint. So if they were to switch to, say, all electric or something, that renewable energy is somehow going to have to support these giant buildings running these programs. If they can't, then it's not gonna work. They're not gonna last very long.
And they can probably like build ships and go to space, but like we don't know space. I mean, we know that space, and we can find other inhabitable planets like Mars, but like, when does it stop?
It's a work in progress.
When does it stop? Like when the sun explodes, dude. Like, what are they gonna do then?
You're feeling you're getting way more existential.
Yeah, existential. We're not making it that far, bro.
All right.
What's the point? When the sun explodes, I explode.
All right. You're not gonna.
I don't think.
I don't think you're making it.
You'll already be dirt by then.
All right. We already covered all the questions that we have. Does anybody want to add anything?
I have something to add.
Yep.
Do you guys?
Okay. Let it out.
Do you guys think? Lock in, mute. Keep your mute.
ChatGPT, lock in.
You need to lock in. No.
Okay, do you think AI could ever advance enough for us to expand our reach of space? Do you think we could find another habitable planet or get to it? Or say something like how people have been talking about what is the word? Something Mars. Bringing it back to its original.
Don't know the word, but like rebuilding Mars is what I'd call it.
Yeah.
Are you talking about exoplanets or
No,
what? Because that's not
Rehabilitate Mars.
Yeah,
That's the word. Yeah.
habitable. Make it habitable.
Yeah. Do you think AI could ever reach that state?
I mean,
Like I said, probably out of our lifetime,
Yeah, out of
but
the
maybe
lifetime.
possible.
I
I can really
think-
speculate.
yeah, I think it could definitely do it. Because, I mean, realistically, the only ways that for it to do it, I mean, we already know how planets need to live and thrive. They need to be a good distance from their sun. They need an atmosphere, water, good ground, and like a good, place in the universe and good gravity. That way we don't just jump and get flown off. But yeah, I feel like if it could, then if we already know how or like what to do to make a planet habitable based off of Earth, or like say other planets that could replicate what Earth is, then yeah, we could have an AI theoretically come up with planets that are habitable and come up with ways to make it more habitable for us humans. Because I mean, well, they're already trying to have people colonize Mars.
Yeah, they're getting those missions.
Yeah, so like obviously AIs could theoretically do it if given enough time, but in our lifetime, I feel like not one of us will ever see that unless AI comes up with a way to keep people alive for past like 1,000 years.
First, I think AI has to conquer the problem with our planet before it conquers the problem with another planet. This is my you know what I'm thinking? Like, the only reason we would want to make Mars habitable is if Earth becomes uninhabitable.
Uninhabitable.
Yes, words.
Uninhabitable.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that would probably be the only reason AI would do that, or if we would do that. And also, population.
Population control or what?
We just there's a lot of people. Planet become no planet no more. We need more space. It's probably our biggest problem if we were to, colonize to Mars. Colonization.
Okay, I don't think we can say that.
Just my type of conversation.
Anyways, on the topic of that, not what y'all were saying about what Junior was talking about, how it needs to fix our problems. Do you think that AI could fix problems if it was theoretically like a global power? Say AI became advanced enough to where it could make its own continent and like live somewhere, right? Say, would you think that it could fix the world's problems, say like lack of resources or too little of space? Do you think it could fix that, say by getting rid of governments that don't agree with it, or like just places that are trying to save the earth? Do you think an AI, if given advanced enough technology and is advanced enough, could do that?
I'm gonna agree. That was a mouthful. Are you saying like
so
someone's using the AI to determine which governments are
like the AI is already sentient. It already has like
a sentient AI.
Yeah, a sentient AI has its own space. Like say,
so we've already put it on an island somewhere.
Yeah, say it's like in Hawaii or something like that.
It's self-sufficient.
Right? Yeah, it's self-sufficient. It has its own population. Like say,
wait, what's the population like?
Say it's like computers, and like they've made it to where like a Terminator type level, but not like as like dangerous,
Just like Terminator NPC.
Just like kind of like just a normal human, just an AI. Okay.
What are you laughing at? I'm so confused.
Okay.
At the corner of my eye, you see.
Wait.
But yeah.
Average Intelligence Podcast.
Average Intelligence,
We've done it again.
And everything in between. But yeah, do you think, say it's put in like Hawaii or something, somewhere that's not really near anything, okay? Say it's put there, it already has like Terminator, not exactly Terminator level, but
like
it has a humanoid body.
Humanoid AI.
Do you think
program.
that the AI would be able to take over the world and try to fix Earth by like getting rid of...
on some Ultron type.
Yeah, like Ultron, how he was trying to think of like, I need to save the world and all that because of that. Or do you think that it would try to eradicate humans completely?
Our biggest enemy is us.
Yep.
It's definitely possible. I feel like
we'd probably get enslaved is what would happen.
Like say
slaves.
I just put table in your mouth.
But he's on the right point though, because like if AI needed someone like, because they can't replicate themselves to be us basically, so they just have us do work for them and like threaten our lives basically.
Yeah.
If Terminator lifestyle.
But why though?
But why?
Literally, like if they can do it and they can do it, so they should do it. But then they're like, nah, because you can do it, so you do it, but we don't want to, so you make them to do it, but then they make themselves not do it because they don't want to do it. And it's this whole dilemma that we don't work together. we aren't us. You know, like if the AI takes over the world and it was tasked to, you know, make it better, like I lost my train of thought. Like what is it?
I think bro just described the entire Terminator plot. That's literally Terminator.
What's the point? What's the point of killing us? Well, we do make bad us. But like, well, what's the point? We make you to be something and then they just flip on us and they think that the best for the world is for us to be eradicated, and then what? Like, they achieve their goal and then what? Like, world.
I mean, what do we do in wars? We're like, we don't like you, so we're gonna get rid of you.
Exactly.
That's well, humans already do that. So if AI, yeah, hear me out. Yeah.
We're not going.
Hear me out.
We're not
So-
going. There.
I mean, see if there's like a smaller version.
No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
You muted that quick.
All right. But yeah. All right. Third time's a try. Third time's a charm. All right.
We need to complete the trilogy.
No. What do you think would happen
Really, what happened?
if AIs took over the world?
Yeah, they definitely like. I already said it. I think they didn't. I think they'd enslave us for their intentions and purposes.
Yeah, they very well easily could. And then I feel like in the coming future, or not coming future, but like distant future, AIs will have such an easier advantage over us because of how fast technology is already advancing. There are a lot of people that aren't even leaving their homes anymore.
Right.
Like with back with like Apple Vision Pro, there are people that will probably go around with that on and not communicate with anybody and not have any type of skills ever. And it's like in the distant future, humans I feel like will not be as fit to handle an AI type of invasion or over like comments, you know. So that's why I feel like they could very well easily take over the world, and they could enforce almost anything that they would want onto our thing.
Are they still waterproof though?
Good question.
Like what if I just went splash and then it dies?
Take some of this H2O.
Good question. I dropped my phone in water like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Get my lead cup
still
and just
working.
go.
I mean, my phone's working fine, so I think it might be. What if it's water resistant?
Yeah, what if it's like I don't know what the term is, but yeah.
What if it's waterproof?
What? To combat AI, we just go ocean. What's in the ocean?
You don't even want to know.
Tell them to bring the whole ocean.
All right. Is there any wrap-up questions?
Okay, I guess that brings us to our
Wait,
final
wait.
question. Do you guys think AI or like robots could eventually take over most, if not all, human jobs?
I mean, you take a vast majority, but there's got to be someone manning like the program itself, maintaining it. There's got to. I don't think they could replace food. They probably couldn't replace food.
Yeah.
Because an AI probably won't know what will taste good and is nutritious to a human.
Yeah, and I lost my train of thought.
The train has gone.
Perchance.
No! No!
Is it working?
Something bad happened.
Okay.
Why is everything free?
All right.
Afford everything.
I mean, we've seen like AI waiters and all that already. It's like this little, I don't even know what to call it. It's just like a cylinder, and then it has like these like plates just sticking out, just practically. Yeah, and then I feel like AIs could replace certain jobs, like we said, but it could not replace every single job because there are certain jobs that require like precise, which I'm not saying it couldn't be precise enough to do the jobs. It's just that there's too much risk of like a malfunction happening or like it being off by like a centimeter, and then it just everything goes haywire, and then who knows?
We are
Like say,
perfect.
like I feel like it would Exactly.
I mean, it's going off of our knowledge, so.
It's going off of our knowledge. But like, say like a nuclear reactor, like a power plant, right? Would you trust an AI working on one of those?
Probably.
I definitely would.
Honestly,
Yeah.
hey, as long as I'm not getting radiation, I'm chilling.
Yeah, as long as we don't, as long as we aren't involved with the next Chernobyl.
Okay.
I love munching on, what are they called?
Radioactive carrots.
Yeah, radio.
I
Munching on those radiation sticks.
Hey.
Shout out to Fallout.
You know, honestly, out of all these people, the one person AI probably couldn't replicate is him.
Him?
Yeah,
I'm too special. Wait, I'm too not special. I'm too.
exactly.
AI getting ready.
Baby start.
Alright,
That is.
ladies and gentlemen, I think that's.
Wait.
Oh, you have something?
One
Final
thing.
statement?
So, what's your pro and con list for AI?
Pros. We don't gotta do it. They do it better if you don't know how to do it, and like I'm too lazy to do it. Cons. Shh. Press the iPad. Cons. One, they take over us, and we just get instinct. Tough. What? Two. It's not perfect right now, so like, what's the point of even having
Womp
it?
womp.
Womp womp.
3, we could get Hitler part 2.
We could get
No.
Robo Hitler. we could get Robo Hitler.
I mean, I feel like just the pros and cons is, well, mainly what Junior said. Just like,
It just does everything we can, but better.
yeah, it just does everything we can, but better.
For the most part.
But it's not advanced enough to take over currently, but it definitely could be.
This has been Average Intelligence Podcast with Junior, Victor,
And shout out to Stop Talk on TikTok, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts.
with Mr. Toast.
Yep.
Check out KBFZ Radio 101.7.
Yeah.
The Herd. That's it. Bye, guys.
Anyways, check out the Weed Whacker podcast. It is on Spotify, YouTube Music, and YouTube itself. Check it out. We'll be posting more content soon.